Estamos aquí en ACL en el ProMat 2025 con Brendan.
Hola.
Hi Brendan. So, él nos va a explicar acerca de este nuevo AGB. What's the name?
The AMR Pallet Jack by Big Joe.
Okay. The Big Joe AMR Pallet Jack?
Pallet Jack.
Pallet Jack. Okay. So, tell us about the Pallet Jack.
So this pallet jack offers 4,400 pound capacity.
Yeah.
It offers a semi-autonomous package. So we have a partner, Thorough AI, based in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, that we've partnered with for software stack and their autonomy stack. So on this unit, we have safety systems with 2D LiDAR, stereoscopic cameras. We have its own compute system inside under the hood. All onboard UI to have this unit. This can run with Wi-Fi, it can run without Wi-Fi. You can have map sharing accomplished with this unit as well. So this is actually going to be taking all the horizontal movements for operators that are very mundane, very complacent, any non-value added movements. This unit allows you to have that option to take that away for the operators so they can do more value-added work in their workstations. Or if they're doing a picking process or if they're working through a different workflow, they can be away from the unit, but the unit can either follow them or they can call the unit over, but they don't have to be on the unit to make the unit work for them and with them.
Does the unit operate with multiple users? For example, I might have several production lines and I need to call it to come pick up and then the next production line can call it?
Yes, so we have an optional feature that we're just launching today and this week at ProMat, I should say, a call box feature. So if you have this unit running from an end of line production line at say at line 1 and you finish your mission and the operator at line 2 needs to have this used, they can have a call box feature and send the unit or call the unit over to their area.
Any other quirks and cool things about it?
Yeah, so with this, it does not need internet to run. You can run it sans Wi-Fi, but if you want to have updates or map share or enhanced features, we tell the customer or end user, make sure you have Wi-Fi capable services, at least in one part of the workflow. So we've had customers use this without Wi-Fi, and if they need to do updates or map share, they drive it to a secluded area that might have the best service, do their updates, and then bring it back into their operation.
For example, you could set it up as at the charging station.
Exactly, yeah. You can have call box features, you can have an opportunity to have different waypoints there, so you can set up a mission that allows this unit to drive around the facility and go back on a mission, go back to the charging area, so an operator can effectively use a regular 110 outlet and plug right in for their charging. We also offer external chargers for faster charging. The cool thing, one of the cool features about this unit as well is that you do not need anybody to plug into the unit to go from autonomy to standard mode. So as easy as it is to pull this tiller handle down, as you can see by one finger, this turns it into standard mode. If I was to lift the handle back up, if I was to hit resume or skip and continue, either one will work. It'll start its next mission. So the lights will go from amber, which is standard, to blue, which is autonomous. And now what it's doing is actively looking for its next path that it can move. So I'm stepping in its way. It showed that it had a turn signal. It stopped. And now it's trying to figure out its next path of least resistance to get to the end part of their mission.
That's pretty cool. So how does it maps the location?
So mapping the location is as easy as having one piece of infrastructure. That piece of infrastructure is actually located in our booth on the wall here. It's an April tag. Imagine it being like a file on your computer. That is localization point 00 basically. So your navigational orientation point. What we do with the unit is we scan that tag with the camera system on the front of the unit, or we call it tagging up. We then go into map mode and we trace the area or the work area that you would like to have as your workflow zone or your operational work zone. So once that's complete, The map is uploaded to the cloud, and then within that map, we take the unit around, almost like you would take a rookie in your workforce around the facility and show them what they can do, and where the points of interest are. So we create waypoints, and then within those waypoints, we then can string them together, make missions, or we can put them into a grid format and create zones. So we also have features called drop zones, we have horn zones, we have stop zones. So we have different zone rules we can put in place to help support those operators in their missions as well.
And you can set up different drop-in operations like columns and...
Yes, so what we offer today, different ways of working for your drop zones. Some of the best features we've seen, aside from column work, is showing the end user, the customer, to do a serpentine in your grid. So as this unit, again, we're in its location, so it's not going to keep moving.
Yeah.
So wanted to show that off. So it's in an error state. If it's connected to Wi-Fi.
Can you see the lights?
Yes.
That's why it's...
So error state lights being red, or hey, something needs to be done. But back to your question. So while you're working in your workflow, you can have the ability to engage it or disengage, right? Just by doing that, I now put it back into standard mode. If I hit the button again, if I hit skip, it'll skip its current mission and go on to the next cycle in the mission.
That's cool. So what else can you tell us about the machine?
So easy adoption in the US market, or in the North American market and Australia. This unit runs for $45,000 US. What that gets you is your warranty, 3-year subscription for software service and upgrades. That allows you to have first tier and second tier support from not only Big Joe, but our partner Thorough. But what we offer for our customers and our dealers is you would come to Big Joe first, and we would support that. If it's chassis, we would work through that service agreement. If it's software impact, then we would support helping get Thorough involved to support any software errors or navigational interests or error states that we have to fix.
It's awesome. I'm seeing too that it says unauthorized riding prohibited.
Yes.
So it has a platform you can ride, or it's never authorized?
Great question. So if I was to grab this tiller handle, this puts it right back into standard mode.
Yeah.
I can get on the platform. I could drive around. I could take it off its path for its current mission. I could stop, come back off, and hit resume. Now what it's going to do, again, we're in one of the waypoints, so it might error out again if it wants to get over this location, which it did. It already saw us. So all I'm going to do there is, knowing that it wants to go there, I'll hit skip. It'll skip that part of the mission and go on to the next waypoint.
Or we move from the waypoint and you can tell it to resume, right?
Correct. It'll assume the next waypoint mission in the mission. A lot of the features that we've come up to presenting at trade shows or offering out to the customer base and the dealer base have all come direct feedback back to us from those dealers or from that customer base. So things that are being said, they don't fall on the deaf ears. That we put them back into our work streams and try to put them on our glide path for success.
That's smart.
Yeah, because we can have a great offering, but if it doesn't work within a workflow for the masses, it's not gonna do well within the market, right?
Of course.
So we take it with a grain of salt of how many things are being told to us about what the next piece of the glide path should be. We hear the voices, whoever has the loudest and most, we kind of put them up to the forefront. So for instance, that call box feature that we talked about, that was one that's launched today based off of customer feedback we've heard over and over and over again.
Well, Brendan, it's been awesome. Thank you for talking to me.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Showing us our machine, and we'll be in contact.
Excellent.